and welcome to Mountain Patriot Homestead. Well, once again, I am inside. As you can see, I had planned on going outside, but once again, the wind is just blowing to beat the band. And so unless I sit in the truck or, inside one of the vehicles, you're not going to be able to hear a word I say, which might be preferable some days, but I do promise I will make a video outside soon. I'll have to catch that 5 minutes a year that the wind isn't whipping and try to get something recorded. But since we're inside again today, I thought maybe we could discuss some more online learning. I've had a couple of different videos that I've put on some links to classes and educational material so you can learn new skills for your homestead or your home. And it's just it never hurts for us to keep educating ourselves in things we may be interested in or skills that may be to our benefit to develop. So today we'll be going through a few of those, and I hope you enjoy them. If you have not seen the previous ones, you might go back through the playlist and just see what else I have on there, because I have done a couple of these previously with different links to other materials. So we'll be doing that today. Not a whole lot going on right now around the homestead. Of course, we're coming into the weekend, which means there's always projects going on that we have to hurry and get done before a new work week starts, because then our time in the evening is limited from the time we get home until dark. So we'll have some things happening this weekend. I think we're working cows one day this weekend. We've got some of our ruminants, some of our goats and sheep that will be going to sale. And not getting rid of all of them. It's time to take some of the younger ones now to go to sale, and also take our Billy, since he's done his job among the goat nannies. It's time to take him to find new girlfriends. So we'll have that going on. Tomorrow I'm going to be busy covering plants. Here recently I put a bunch of plants out into the garden because the long-range forecasts look like, hey, it's gonna be nice and there's no more freezes expected. Well, I should have known mountain weather was going to play a surprise on us, and it is, because tomorrow night is supposed to get down in the low 30s. So I'll be outside covering up things with every bucket, can, box, whatever I can find. I'll be covering up things, hoping to save them from getting frostbite or killed. Now the fruit trees, they're on their own. They're in the good Lord's hand, because there's nothing I can do for our fruit trees. They're too big. I don't own smudge pots like my daddy had when I was a kid, so they'll either make it or they won't. Last year it really surprised us, because we had one of those late freezes in early spring. I say early spring, it really wasn't that early, and we had a late freeze, but because the wind blew, and the wind can be our friend, because the wind was blowing when it got down that cold, it actually saved the trees from getting their blooms frostbit, and we had a very good fruit harvest last year. So, praying that that will happen again this year. But other than that, things are just plugging along. They're normal around here, which normal is good. Surprises and that sort of thing is, sometimes surprises are good things. Usually on the homestead, surprises are not. So, we'll take normal. So let me get started, and as I look off to the side, it's because I've got my notes up here of what I'm talking about, what I'm going to share with you. And so for your educational links today. The first one I have is a free permaculture class. Now, I know permaculture is a word that over the last few years has, if you've read any of Mother Earth news or any type of gardening magazines and that sort of thing, permaculture has really gotten a lot of recognition. It is not a new thing. Permaculture is something that's been around as long as there's been forests. There's been permaculture, because permaculture is a cycle. It's a closed cycle that a forest or any nature area uses. It's a whole cycle of nothing is wasted. Even when you think death is the end, it's really not. It's the beginning for something else. And that's the way permaculture works. It is a concept when we use it as humans. When we talk permaculture, we're utilizing natural resources, we're utilizing the land, the environment, and we're making it all work together in a manner where nothing is wasted. As the leaves fall, the leaves are used to mulch the ground, which compost, which makes, the natural fertilize that will fertilize the new growth that comes up. But it's also a way of, and I'm no permaculture expert, so it would probably behoove me to take these classes, which I've read books about it, but actually taking a class would probably be wise. But it's a manner of tree placement, of, your trees are your upper story, and then you've got the shrubs, or the smaller story, the substory trees, and then you've got shrubs, and then you've got grasses, and then you've got, so, it discusses your layering of your foliage and plant. Yeah, I'm not even sure what the proper terminology is, but if we took this class, we'd know. But it's a free permaculture class, and that's the name of it. And don't worry about trying to, scramble to get all these written down, because I'll make sure that I put the links down in the description, so that way all you have to do is go below this video and you can find the links for each one of these pages that I'm talking about. But this is an online course. It's totally free, and they've got a beginner's course and they've got a year-long course, and it's called Free Permaculture. I know, really, hard to remember, right? But freepermaculture.com is the link to it, and I like the fact that you can go at your own pace. You can learn this stuff, because we don't always have time to just sit for hours and hours and study something. So I like the fact that if you can read it for 10 minutes and then go do something else and then come back and I love that part of these online classes like this. So the first one is a permaculture class, and it is totally free, as is all of these that I talk about. If you go to one of these pages and it suddenly wants you to pay something, let me know, because sometimes people will hack links and try to hoodoo you. So we don't want any of that going on. Also, while I'm thinking about that, if you ever see anything pop up on one of my videos underneath in the comments or anything like that, or you ever get anything that says it's from me and it's asking for money, or if you buy this or if you do that, that is not me. Do not buy it. If I ever am going to try to sell something or do anything like that, I will tell you in a video. I'm not going to put it in a link. I'm not going to put it in a comment. I will put it on the video so you know that it's legitimate. You're fixing to hear some little tick, 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 tick going across. It's because Pepper as soon as I start recording, she cannot find a comfortable place to lay, so she has to walk around looking and ticking across the floor. I think that means that I need to cut her toenails. Regardless, the next class is a woodworking class. If you like to build things, or maybe you don't know if you like to build things because you never built anything, but maybe you would like to learn, the woodworking class, it's free online woodworking school. Free online woodworkingschool.com. Again, I'll put all these links down in the description. Don't scramble trying to find these. But it's a woodworking class, and it goes from a beginner's level all the way up to an artisan. If you are an expert craftsman or whatever, you know, you may not want to take these classes, but they do have ideas on all types of things that you can make, and they're totally free, which, you know, I don't care if you carve a popsicle stick, you know, if it makes you happy and you learn something from it, that's wonderful. So here's a woodworking class for you to try. And I looked on there at some of the pictures of some of the things, and it was like, whoa, that's some really nice stuff. But again, it's all levels of woodworking, of building things, making things, and it's totally free. So look for that link down below. Now, have you noticed? I bet once I put out 100 videos, I think I'm going to go back through and watch every one of them and see which one doesn't have my nose itching. Anyway, I'm sorry. I know a lot of folks are out there, sorry, for some reason, just the itches. I know there's a lot of people that are out there that are looking for jobs right now. I know I've talked to several people this week that have come in where I work, and they're saying they're looking for jobs, they're trying to find jobs. And so I came across it's UCLA's extension office, and they have a resume writing course that I know one of them starts up in May, which may not help you if you're trying to find a job like tomorrow. But they've got a resume writing class starting up in May, and I think there was another one in August. Now, this is an actual online course to teach you how to build a resume if you don't know how to make a resume, or if you've already got a resume, how to transform it into a power tool for you. How to make it your resume something that's going to get noticed, that's going to make those recruiters out there really pay attention to your resume. So again, this course is by UCLA, and it is meant to just help you. It's a resume writing course. So if you're interested in any of that, make sure you check out that link. Also, on any of these, they're like this one with UCLA, they've also got a bunch of other writing, journalism type courses and a bunch of other courses. I didn't really look into them because that's not what I was looking for. But if you get on there and you happen to see something else that you're interested in, check it out. I can't promise they're all going to be free, but I do know this resume writing course is. So check it out. Another one is retirement planning, no matter what age you are. Now, take it from me, I'm old. And the younger you can start your retirement, I don't care if you're 18 years old. If you're 18 years old and you're working, you need to be planning for your retirement. Now, I know it's hard as an 18, and I wish somebody would have told me all of this when I was 18 years old. But when you're 18 years old, that is the perfect time to start planning for your retirement, because before you know it, you're going to be retirement age, and you're going to be thinking, I wish that somebody would have told me this when I was 18 years old. So start now. The younger you can start, the better. Don't depend on, I'm paying into Social Security, so when I get old enough, I'll draw Social Security. Listen to this. Listen to me. I am no financial wizard, but listen to this. Social Security is not meant as a retirement program. Look at the prices of things. Look at the prices of housing, vehicles, vehicle maintenance, gas to go in a vehicle. Look at the cost of food, the clothes that you're going to cover your backside with. Look at the cost of everything and tell me that you can live and pay all of that stuff with a Social Security pension. You cannot. And, for years and years, people are always, well, you don't know, Social Security's it's probably not even going to be around by the time I retire. They've been saying that since I was a kid, but you don't know. That could be true. It may just be one of these days, and it's gone. I don't know that. It may be around the next 100 years. I have no idea. But regardless if it's around or not, short of you've got everything paid off and you have no expenses, you can ride a free bus and you eat peanut butter and crackers, you still are going to have bills. You are still going to have bills. And is the way the expenses of everything are the amount that you draw on Social Security going to be able to pay all those bills? So if the younger you are, the better off you are on planning ahead, not depending on any social programs to get you through when you retire. Okay? Because hopefully you can retire at some point. We may all work till we kick the bucket. I always laugh that I'm going to work until the day after my funeral, but it doesn't have to be that way if we can plan and be ready for it, okay? I'm all about planning. Apparently, I haven't always been all about planning, or, I'd already be wealthy and retired, but that's beside the point. But there is a retirement planning program. It's put out by Purdue University, and it's a full course. It's got 10 modules. I mean, it looks like a college course because it is a college course. But Purdue University has this retirement planning, and like I said, it's 10 modules, and it is broke down. It leads you right up through how to plan for a secure retirement. And I'm going to read through it. I'm going to take it. It's not going to hurt, but at my age, unless I don't plan on retiring till I'm 102, I don't know how much good it'll do me, but, it's better than a stick in the eye. So I'll read through it and see what I can glean from it, because I always think that no matter what, we can learn. Even if it's little tidbits of information, if we take those little tidbits and put them all together, it's kind of like picking up a penny on the sidewalk. Does anybody still bend over and pick up a penny if you find it? I do. Do I think I'm going to get rich off of it? No, but it's just such a habit. If I see money laying on I'll be that person, you see those warnings about, if it's a folded up bill, don't pick it up. Well, I know that people are using that as a way to endanger folks, either as a distraction to snatch them, or it may have something on it or whatever. But I would be the person that if I see a folded up bill, I'm going to be taking the proper precautions in case somebody does try to hit me in the head. And then I'm going to be either taking out a pair of tweezers or gloves or something. I'm going to be picking it up. Just call me silly. I guess I am. But, Anyway, look below for that retirement planning link, and check out those modules, see if it's something that would work for you. And lastly, and reminds me, I've got a cup of tea sitting in there waiting on me to finish taking care of it. I have a link here. Now this is not actually a class. It is a well-written article, though, that goes pretty in depth on how it introduces you into how to make your own tea. Now, I don't mean going in there in the cabinet and getting out the tea bag and throwing in we know how to do that, okay? But this is how to actually compose your own tea, how to get the base, your base leaves that you need, and your flavor leaves, and all that, how to put it all together. Now, I read through that, and I like it because I enjoy making my own teas, and I even have in there in the cabinet my own little tea bags where, as I gather and dry components for teas, I make my own tea. So I liked this article. I thought it was very informative. Even though I make my own teas, I got some ideas from it. So this is by morningchores.com, and it's how to make teas and infusions. And like I said, it's not actually a class, but it is a very good article, and maybe you can get enough information out of it that you can start making your own tea. Because I use tea for various reasons. I like it because it's just enjoyable. In the wintertime, I like the warmness of the tea. It's comforting to me. But I have also, even since my kids were little, I have used tea for various health purposes, because there's all types of plants out there that you can use to make teas for various ailments, and we've used those throughout the years, and I've found I've always had a lot of success with them, and so I will, I'm sure, continue to do it for the rest of my life, not only for the flavor, but for the benefits, the health benefits. So check out that link down below on making your own tea. And if you like these videos, make sure that you give me a thumbs up or a comment or something telling me that you enjoy these videos, and I'll keep making them. I'll keep bringing links to you as I find them. If you don't, let me know that too. I mean, if it's just a waste of time, then let me know, because either way, just let me know. But I hope you find these useful, and if you do, I'm so happy. That's great. And I am so glad that you joined me today. Again, I plan on real soon being able to film outside. I know that you get tired of just seeing me running my head in here in the house, but hopefully we can get outside soon and see what's happening out there without blowing away. Hope y'all have a wonderful afternoon. I hope you come back again. Please share this video with your friends. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you are, thank you so much for joining us. And I wish you love. I love y'all. Mountain Patriot Homestead, signing out.